One, two, three, four. This is Robert Ferguson opening up the door. Okay. I am going to share something with you. Okay. That many of you will relate to. I did a post on Facebook. I asked a question. And the response has been amazing because you can relate to this. So this is part 4 of the psychology of weight loss. And I'm having fun with this because it's helping quite a few people. Now, if you can't listen to the whole thing, don't watch until you can. But I really want your opinion. So read what I posted. I'm going to do my quick little intro, and then we're going to dive right into it. All right? So let's get to this.
Author and nutritionist Robert Ferguson. Please welcome Robert Ferguson.
All right, y'all, let's hear it for America's Fat Loss Coach, Robert Ferguson!
All right. I like that. I'm going to get better at this. So, we're getting better at it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, my name is Robert Ferguson. I am very excited and delighted to be here to share with you information that I believe can help you now. And I'm taping this live right before the Super Bowl weekend, where many people are going to gain weight and they're going to feel like crap after they eat. Now, they're going to enjoy it as they're going through it, but they're going to feel like crap afterward. And many of them are going to like totally just blow it. And when they blow it a little bit or indulge a little bit, you know what happens? Then they go all in, because that's human nature. That's psychology. So it's not your fault. It just is what it is. Now, I'm having my coffee. I'm still in my robe or house coat, however you want to refer to it. What is the difference between a house coat and a robe? I remember posting something on that. And depending on where you live, like I grew up in Indiana, and at least inside of our house, right, we called this a house coat. Then when I came to California and I was talking house coat, people were like, no, that's a robe. Now, I actually know the difference. It's really interesting. Well, when I came to California, we didn't have Google. So you can Google this and you can find out for yourself. Okay. Okay. So if you're here live, comment, let me know where you're from. Let me know if you can relate to what I'm about to talk about, because this happens to a lot of people. Now, if you have not been to our YouTube channel, I strongly recommend and encourage you to do so. Very soon, we'll be launching the updated podcast. It'll live there, and it'll also be on all of the different podcast channels. And you'll get to meet my newest partner in crime, who I'm so excited to introduce you to this lady, because she brings with her a wealth of knowledge. So right now, it's kind of like everybody's like, well, who is this? Who is this? I'm getting some of my coaches like, who are you talking about? You know, some of my clients and supporters like, who is this? And I go, we're taking it to a whole nother level. And trust me, she has a voice and she has her own beliefs, but yet she's reasonable, and it's going to be great. I mean, I am past excited about it. And then I'm going to be bringing on these amazing coaches that I'm working with. So I want to give a quick shout out to a new coach who just came on board. She's making me a better coach. Her name is Crystal. I'm not going to get into her last name. And then I have this other coach who's coming on board. His name is David. And I'm so excited because I believe David is going to be a rock star. He is going to help a lot of people. He just has the wisdom. He has the insight. He has the passion. And David, big shout out to you, my man. Okay, now this is a very interesting topic that we're talking about, because the question is, okay, and I'm going to my phone. I said, ever have those moments where nothing seems appetizing? Then you find yourself eating junk and getting derailed from eating the way you know is best for you. Like, people know for the most part, they know what's best for them. And I asked the question, who can relate? Unbelievable. So join in. Who can relate? Some of you already posted. So I'm going to share this from Laura. Laura, who I've known for many years, I love what she said. She said, when I have a cold and nothing tastes right, even though we're primarily focused on like when you want to lose weight. She says, I will eat and eat looking for something that works. This all ties into where I'm going. Another lady, Barb, says, yep, me. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, but today is a new day. I love that attitude. Angela says, yep, I can relate. Cindy says, yep. Dee Dee's got the puzzled look. It's like, oh man, this is like really, really interesting, you guys. It really is. It's mind blowing in a way that it just makes you just go. I mean, I totally get it. Okay, I'll give you a couple of examples. I wanted to eat, but I didn't have anything in the fridge. It was about 8:30 at night. And I set myself up for this situation because I didn't cook a meal for dinner. And I let time go by and I was like, I should eat something. And then time went by. And then I opened up my phone and I went to Grubhub and then I ordered a pizza. Yeah, it happens to the best of us, you guys. It happens to the best of us. I ordered a pizza and then the pizza comes like 30 minutes later. And then you overindulge. And then what happens? You're like, man, I can't believe I did that. You know what? Okay, let me pick it back up tomorrow. This happens a lot. I'm going to share with you why it happens. It's part psychology and it's part biology. And even when you understand it and you know it, you fall prey to it. Now, if you have wisdom, meaning you've learned from your past, then it can help you put yourself in a position where you're less likely to fall prey to this situation. Now, I'm not talking about those moments of when you're hangry, right? When you go a long period of time without eating. You know how you go to a grocery store and you hadn't eaten for a long time and you end up buying things that you would never buy. I'm going to share with you, and we teach this in the 8-week fat loss challenge. And we teach this when we work with our clients with the Diet for Life methodology. It really has more to do with structure, and structure that really speaks to being proactive. No one is perfect, and you're going to have moments where you're going to get off. Okay. Now I want to see if anyone's got comments, because if you have comments or you want to like get in with me and chat a little bit, I mean, I would love to hear what you're saying even live. Okay. So like share your comments, and if you're in a private group, like we have a Diet Free Life group on Facebook, if you're catching this live there, then post your name. Like, so like if you make a comment, then do a dash and then put your name. So if I acknowledge you, I can actually say, hey, Susie, thank you for that. Or right. So just put your name. Okay. If you catch this, just put your name. Now, if you're a public on Facebook, if you're catching this on my regular page or LinkedIn or something like that, your name will show up. Okay, let's get into this. How is it that you can avoid the pitfalls as it pertains to what I'm talking about? Because many of us, let's say you're losing weight and you're focused. You will have moments where you will go into your kitchen and you'll look to eat something, and then you're going, nothing seems appetizing. Nothing is getting your attention. So then you won't eat, and 30 minutes, maybe an hour, hour and a half will go by, and everything changes. Your blood sugar levels will start to drop. Now, if you're metabolically healthy and fit, and you're in a really good place as far as your metabolism or your metabolic health, then you're good. But because insulin resistance is so prevalent, your insulin levels will put you in a position, as well as your glucose and also this hormone called glucagon, where you become hangry. And it really doesn't matter at that point. You're just going to eat, and you're not going to eat in a way that will support you. Most of the time, you'll just eat what you want to eat, what you've been craving deep down inside of you. And that's when I ordered the pizza. And that's when I ordered the Thai food. And the world is set up to where they're not making it easy for us, right? With DoorDash and all these different apps where you can just hit a button, and then fast food or casual food or whatever food it is that you know is going to be a somewhat delicate, and it's the food that is coming from a restaurant, which means They're probably not using oils that will help your metabolism. They're cooking it in a way, even when it looks to be healthy, that will compromise your metabolism. And then you feel like crap. Who can relate? Who can relate to that? I can. Yes, I can. I can relate to it because it's the truth. And no one talks about it. So how do we like work around that? Right? You can be on whatever diet it is and you can have those moments. You can go good for a long time. And then maybe someone puts some food in front of you and then you're compromised because maybe you hadn't eaten. But here's the secret to how you do it. And I would say 99% of the time, I'm good. I have no problem with this. But not long ago, I had a problem with it and I ordered a pizza. I was tired. I was compromised emotionally and I just ordered it. And then when the pizza came, I was like, I can't believe I ordered a pizza. And then it was like, okay, now how much of this pizza am I going to eat? Because I was by myself. I didn't have my kids with me. I was all alone and I got this amazing pizza. Well, number one, I was somewhat focused and aware of what I was doing because I ordered a small pizza. And then, of course, I ordered a small pizza and it didn't cost enough for them to like bring it to me. So I had to order some other things. So then I ordered a salad because I knew I would eat the salad the next day or potentially eat it as part of my meal. It wasn't wise. Now, how I get around this the majority of the time is I have go-tos when I go to the kitchen and it's time to eat something. Instead of going, nothing is appetizing, nothing is pulling me in, nothing is getting my attention. I don't want any of this food that I have in the house. My go-to, and you have to figure out what your go-to is. And the reason I'm saying go-to is the way you don't fall prey to this and to help you psychologically. Eat. Just eat something. Eat when you don't want to eat. And this is how you're proactive and it prevents you from like overindulging because it happens. I mean, think about it. If you eat chicken, how many different ways are you going to cook the chicken? After a while, you get bored. After a while, you want some pasta. After a while, you just want to indulge. And for a lot of people, they don't have structure, right? So for us, we have structure with the Diet for Your Life methodology. And it teaches you about nutrition and it teaches you how to eat. Like some people who are really fit and you look the part and you're doing keto in and out and you just avoid food and you learn how to like not eat. Like my client, Tony Braxton, used to say, you learn how to just how to cope and walk around and live hungry. You know how many like beautiful women you see? I see this with a lot of realtors. They look the part and they talk the talk, but they are in a struggle inside. I know this. I've been doing this for a long time. So no matter what they're looking like, trust me, they're constantly battling. They're in and out. They don't even know what the hell they're doing. And they don't realize it, but their lack of really understanding nutrition, and they have kids, is a setup for their kids to have the same struggle. I'm telling this is real. And if you're a realtor and you look the part, you know, now you're not going to post because you don't want everybody to know that you're in a struggle. I can't tell you how many Instagram influencers who look beautiful. They're always posting on Facebook and Instagram. Look at me. Look at me. I got a beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. Look at me. I'm a realtor. Look at me. I'm a lawyer. Look at me. You see it all the time. A lot of them are my clients. 100,000, million followers. Oh, yeah. And they're struggling. A lot of them have some major gut issues. But you don't see that in the photos. So again, I wouldn't go by what you're saying. Listen to my words. I am sharing this information to help you, whoever you are. Okay. I'm keeping it very real, which is what we do. So for me, this is what I do. Okay. This is what I do. I will cook 2 eggs, sometimes 3. Now, again, this is me. You have to figure out what food is going to work for you. that will put you in a position where you won't overindulge and make emotional or irrational decisions that when you eat, well, when you make those decisions, you order that pizza, you order that Grubhub, you overindulge, you feel like crap afterward. So if you can relate, you feel like crap afterward. That's what I'm talking about. You feel like crap. You go, man, I can't believe I did that. All right, you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. And you start getting into that. And once you've done it once, if you don't have a tool or technique to prevent that from happening, you're going to do it again. Sometimes people are just at home and they're lonely, or maybe there's like some added stress going on, and you just overindulge because nothing seems appetizing. You go in the kitchen. I mean, if you can't, I mean, come on, who can relate to this? You go in the kitchen and just like, okay, let me cook something, or you're home, and this happens a lot to people who are retired. Yep. Those of you who are retired, you're used to structure, you're used to going to work, you're used to things happening a certain way. And next thing you know, you're at home a lot. You're not interacting with people. Things just aren't the same from a structural standpoint. You could literally be in your robe or house coat all day. And you have days where you're up and you're feeling good about it. And then you have those days where you just feel alone. And then nothing is appetizing. Nothing is appealing to you. You go in to cook, and then and this is where this is the moment. You go into the kitchen and you decide, I'm just not going to eat then. What do you think happens? You know what happens. 30 minutes, maybe an hour and a half later, everything shifts and you end up eating something. And sometimes a lot of something that you go, man, I wish I hadn't done it. So if you've ever had those moments where you go, I shouldn't have eaten that, here's the tool, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen to me. It happens, a good amount of time. What I do is I don't even want the eggs. I'll just cook them. And sometimes I won't even eat them all. But then I don't lose it. The other thing that you can do is to make yourself a nice meal and eat it anyway, or eat some of it, and then you can put it back in the refrigerator, and then maybe 30 minutes later you can eat the rest. So this is what I mean by being proactive. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to keep the momentum. Like right now, we have an 8-week fat loss challenge. And there's been some people that I've coached, used to coach, people I watch them do all these different diets. And they can't seem to get momentum, right? But then they join the 8-week fat loss challenge and they're losing weight. There's this one named, I'm not going to say her full name, but T, you know who I'm talking about. So T, it's the structure that's helping. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to say T. I'm going to say New Jersey because I want her to know that I'm referring to her. And if you want to come in and comment on the bottom or something, wherever you see this, then do so. But I'm so proud of you because you're doing the challenge and I'm watching the weight come off of you because it's giving you that structure and that daily commitment and reminder of how to be successful. And you have the morale and camaraderie of other people that are with you. This is one of the reasons back in the day that Weight Watchers did so well. It had built-in accountability, which our challenge has. And a challenge gives you a chance for other people to get involved. And you can hear them sharing their challenges and their successes. That's really inspirational. And you got people going, hey, I see what you're doing. And the best part, in my opinion, is that it's the Diet for Your Life methodology. So it's not your typical diet. It's putting you on a path, right? It's giving you that structure to stay true to what you know. Because you could go do a challenge once you learn about the Diet for Your Life methodology. You can go do a challenge. Let's say it's a keto challenge or it's a carnivore challenge or something that you know is not smart. I mean, it comes down to being smart. Some people just, I'll deal with it later. No. Be smart. One day adds to the next day. And I'll end on this. And if you guys have questions, if you post comments or whatever, but I would love, like, what would be your go-to food that you could just make no matter what? You know it's to your benefit to eat. And even though it's not appealing, even though you're not in a place where you want to eat, what is it that you could eat? And for me, it'll be more of a snack. So if I got 2 or 3 eggs, I cook it in butter. Sometimes I sprinkle a little cheese on it or some hot sauce, and I'm good. So it becomes a snack when I wasn't in a place where I wanted to eat a meal. Even though it was mealtime, I just, have a snack. And then one of the other things that I'll do, because I like coffee, I'll drink a cup of coffee or I'll make a cup of hot tea. And then it puts me in a position that maybe 2-3 hours later, then I'm ready for a meal. And I'm so thankful that I was able to stay on course and stay focused like that. Okay, you got this. We got this. Now, there was something I was about to share, and I just totally just got off track, and I forgot. I wanted to leave you with a story, and maybe it'll come to me, but there will be a part 5. But the psychology of what we're talking about is really being proactive, coming up with a way to eat when nothing is appetizing. Because if you don't do that, and let's say you leave the house and you like driving around or you got to pick up the kids, you're going to be in a drive-through. You're going to find yourself eating something that is not supporting the big picture. Now, the Super Bowl is here. I never fall prey to the Super Bowl, but I have the thing that I know I'm going to eat when I watch the game. I watch one game a year. I just found out who's playing, and I'm excited. So don't get mad at me. I'm kind of torn because I have a lot of friends who are with the Kansas City Chiefs. Because we've done a lot of work in that part of the country, and then one of my partners is big with the Eagles. I got a few people. I love Pennsylvania. I'm torn. I don't even want to make a prediction right now. I want to keep it because people get like, but it's going to be interesting to see who wins. So I'm gonna keep my who I'm rooting for. I'm going to keep it to myself. But here's what I'm going to do. I bought some guacamole, and it looks absolutely delicious. It doesn't have any seed oils in it, which is thank goodness. And then I got some chips. So I like chips and avocado. Or guacamole. That's my indulgence. Other than that, I'm eating. I think I have like my day is going to be simple. I'm gonna wake up, get a workout in, and I'm gonna have some real good food all the way up until the game. And then throughout the game, I'll do that, and I may have a glass of wine. Is what I'm thinking. But I'm gonna enjoy the game and the halftime highlights. But that's my thing. I'm not going to surround myself with stuff that's going to linger and be around for the next 3-4 days, which a lot of people end up doing. And for those of you who are part of the Diet Free Life methodology, great time to time your boost meal. Your boost meal. Now, for those of you who are in the challenge, on day 13, I explain what a boost meal is. And day 13, if you're catching this live on Friday, oh my goodness, the 10th, that means on the 11th, I explain a boost meal. And this is a good time to bring in a boost meal on Super Bowl day. It'll make sense when I explain it. Okay. And for those of you who are not in the challenge, this is a good time to come on board, because when you first enter the challenge, you have steps 1 through 4. You go through that. And then I recommend you start on a Monday. It works really smoothly if you start on a Monday. So it's a good time to do that. And anyway, okay. Any comments, any shares, anything? No. Again, hey, I'm Robert Ferguson. I am your nutritionist. I'm a guy who shares because he cares. And we always keep it real. And I hope whether you are part of the Diet Free Life community, if you're part of the challenge, I hope that this information was helpful to you. And if you want to learn more, you can always come to us or reach out at dietfreelife.com. And I am going to get dressed and take on a day. So thank you for being here. And a reminder, go to our YouTube channel. Make sure you click, subscribe, hit that bell so that whenever we upload information, at least you are notified and then you can watch it at your convenience. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much. Until the next one.